Mr. Tombari. They're always there for us. I spoke about visa earlier on, that a lot of the time when we encounter visa problems, I run to these people and they never hesitate, to pick up the phone and ring the Irish Embassy in Nigeria. They never hesitate to write a letter, supporting letter, to say that, well, we associate ourselves with the Carlow African Film Festival. We can attest to the credibility of the organizers of this festival. Please issue these people with a visa. So they've done that over time, and anytime I run into the Carlow County Council, sometimes you even think I work there, in the run-up to the film festival, you see me go there every time. The doors are open. I go in, I speak to these people, and they pick up the phone. Whatever help or support I need from them. In terms of the publicity, the posters, we do signposts, curry boards around the town. We have the amenity trusts of the Carlow County Council. They help us in putting this up every year and putting them down. So we get immense support from the Carlow County Council and individuals. You see people who are working at the background. We have the likes of KCLR 96 FM. They give us complimentary promos. In the run-up to the film festival, the promos would run for about 2 weeks before the festival, 10 times a day for 2 weeks, inviting people to the film festival. So we have great support. There are some I can't really readily remember now, but we have great support from the people.
Well, that's good to know. Shout out to the Carlow County Council and everyone out there who have supported the Carlow African Film Festival. I mean, that's what we pray and wish for, because when you do an event like this, if without support, you are nowhere. You can't do much. People don't really know how much goes into organizing an event. People look at, when an event is done, people look at the number of people who come in. Maybe they pay 20 euro, they pay 30 euro, and people think, oh, they had 300 people. But people don't actually calculate how much does 20 euro from 300-400 people amount to.
Yeah.
And how much does it really cost to put that event in
together?
place?
Yeah.
If they actually care to sit down and analyze the things that are done before you now see that evening where those people sit down, then you will know that 20 euro from 400 people is nothing when an event is being done. Yeah. But when you see people supporting like this, people saying, well, I'll take care of the hall, I'll take care of the hotel, I'll take care of the accommodation, I will pay for this, I will pay for that, I will pay for this. Then you see an event that is costing 20,000 you are able to do it. Yeah. Because these big budgets have been taken care of by people. Without that, you are just going to go on borrowing spree, and at the end of the day, what do? You are looking for money to pay back. So once again, I just want to say shout out to the Carlow County Council, the companies, individuals who have seen it authority-wise every year to come out and support the Carlow Film Festival. Now we're talking about the gathering in Ireland. What is the gathering anyway? The gathering is just about bringing people and celebrating Ireland, celebrating the tourism potential of Ireland. And that's what Carlow Film Festival is all about. It is about what we want to see. It is about ourselves. So once again, congratulations to them, and congratulations to you for raising the flag OT now. Then there are other issues we need to look at. We've looked at challenge, now we've looked at support, and in a way we've looked at the finance and the participation. But again, let's talk about empowerment, which is the cultural, the main thing, the main reason why the Carlow Film Festival exists. Empowerment, empowering the people, maybe through education, through information, let's talk a bit about it again. How does Carlow Film Festival empower people? Both the young people who wants to know about Africans, the Irish who do not know about Africans, and just the general society who come for the first time because of Carlow Film Festival, come in contact with the African ways of life.
Yeah. Well, in terms of empowerment, you can look at empowerment from different angles. But in terms of empowerment, I would want to kind of start with information. They always say that information is power.
Power. Yeah.
You know, you cannot rule that out. Information is, if you don't have information, you would languish without even realizing it. But when you have information, adequate information, and I always tell our people that, look, whatever you want to do, seek for information, which is the most important thing. Even if you haven't set out, seek for information, do your background work, and you get the information that you want. And sometimes you need to speak to people. At the film festival, people would talk to you, they'll come to you and ask you questions. You know, a lot of the time, people would come to me and say, oh, Ade, you are Ade Oke. Here is my card. I need information about this. I need information about that. You know, people come to you and they see you as a link between, a lot of the time you have people who want to work with the African community and people don't know how to start. You find the Irish people, they don't know how to start. But when they come to this festival, they see people like myself as the link, as the conduit, and then they come to me, and I've linked a lot of people through the festival. People coming to me and say, oh, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that kind of a person, and I'll bring them together. I have no interest in whatever they are doing, but my own interest is to be able to facilitate and to, you know, create that bridge where people can meet and information can flow freely. And I'm proud to say that I've done that over time. And these are some of the things that you do at the background. But I mean, when you organize events like this, you're putting yourself out as a public servant, if you like, I might put it that way. Everyone is a public servant, especially if you are in the public eye. People see you and they ring you, they want information. And so in terms of information is a way to empower people. And then in terms of empowerment, I can also look at it in terms of, you find out that most of our teenagers, a lot of them are going into music, into different art of entertainment. I mean, through the festival, we give them the platform to be able to showcase their talent. People who know how to recite poems, people who know how to sing, people who know how to do different things. You give them the platform, and that put the confidence in them. I mean, I have people who have performed for the first time at the African Film Festival, and they've gone on to perform at other events because that confidence, which they didn't realize they have, you know, that skill or that skill they didn't realize, or talent they didn't realize they have come to perform. People have applauded them, and now they have realized, yes, I can do it. They are doing it in the four corners of their house, but now they can they've now realized, look, I can do it. I can showcase my talent to other people. And in terms of the other nationals, the Irish people and other nationals getting to know more about Africa, the way we've worked around that is, in last year we introduced the short film competition for secondary schools, and that is to enable secondary school students in Ireland to know more and to research more about Africa. So a lot of them have now, a lot of the schools in the Southeast, they've participated in this short film competition. The first edition was last year. We're forging ahead with the second edition this year. And it's all about them researching about Africa and putting their research together in the form of a short film. And we have a committee that will sit down and sift through these submissions and have their short list, and we screen the short list at the cinema on a given day, and after the screening we announce the winning entries, and it's all celebration. And during the screening and award ceremony, which we had last year, we had people, you know, we had the CEO of Delmec Engineering coming to do a presentation to the students, telling them more about Africa. This is a company that has recently relocated to Africa, and they operate in Ghana, Kenya, and different countries. And this guy has huge experience of Africa. So he came on stream and he did a presentation to the students. And even at the film festival last year, he came on stream and he did the same thing, you know, addressing people, telling them about his positive experience of doing business in Africa. So this is a way of getting the information out there and empowering people.
And I must applaud that which you have brought into the Carlow Film Festival. That kind of competition between Irish schools, that they now have to produce films, go on essay writing, talking about Africa. It is very important, and I must say, congratulations. You have taken the Carlow Film Festival from how we knew it 2 years ago. You have raised the stake. Now there are two innovations that I see in Carlow Film Festival. It is the award that celebrates people that are doing their best for the Carlow Film Festival. And then there's that competition, film and essay, that talks about Africa. Which other way can you really? Because most of the time, when people talk about racism, I'm like, yeah, there's racism. But what are you doing about it? You don't want to play the victim. You don't want to sit down and start saying that people are racist. You just want to let people know that sometimes it is because you are naive and ignorant that you hold some certain views about others. But by your actions, people are able to see that that views held against you or about you is not actually true. It's a wrong perception of who you are.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is letting people see. Because agreed, African cultures, the Irish cultures, they are two different cultures. And up to about 10 years ago, the Irish people didn't actually know much about Africans except those missionaries that would have gone to Africa.
Africa, yeah.
But today, we live together, we sleep together, we marry together, we do. There's no event, be it fashion, be it school, be it religious, be it politics, that is done in Ireland today that you don't have Africans being there.
Yeah. That's very correct. Yes.
I mean, I just think that you couldn't do more than you are doing, even if I know that every day you continue to surprise yourself. I say congratulations on the steps you are taking, and I would just encourage you to continue, because posterity, they say, will judge us all.
Yeah.
So let's look at we have agreed that the Carlow Film Festival is a source of empowerment, it's a source of information, a source of education to people, and also entertainment.
It is.
It entertains. In fact, one of the most fantastic aspect of it all is that at the end, you get educated, you get information, you get integration, and then by the time you are leaving, by the time at the close of the Carlow Film Festival, there's one thing that I'm sure, that you are refreshed, you are happy, you are entertained, you've
shaking off all the
shaking off on losing that thickness and tightness in you that you say, well, I'm tired, I'm bored. But with Carlow Film Festival, the day it starts till the day it ends, you are not bored. There are a lot of things to look forward to. So I think from that point of view, you couldn't fault Carlow Film Festival, really. I also know that the Carlow Film Festival pulls in is a roll call of celebrities every year.
Yeah.
How do you manage to achieve that? And could you tell us some of the people that would have come to grace the occasion?
Yeah. I'll tell you how it all started. I gave you the background of the Carlow Film Festival, how we started with the first one, and then the second one with the committee. And it all started, I worked with somebody on the committee, Mike Murphy, who was, any idea, you throw it out. And you just throw the idea out, and you might just kind of think, oh, this thing just came to my mind, let me just throw it out there. But she would embellish it. She was very good at embellishing ideas. And we came up, and there was a film we were looking at, and that was Pt.C, a South African film that went on to win the Oscar that year. When we started looking at the film, we had a number of films to go through, and we looked at the film and decided, yes, this is going to be one of the films we're going to screen. And somebody now suggested that we should bring the guy Presley who played the lead role, and we thought it was something we couldn't achieve. But Mark said, look, somebody just said it was just jokingly, and we said, look, let's work towards it. And we worked towards it. We got in touch with the with his agent in South Africa, and we brought him. And that particular edition of the festival, people came from Donegal, from different South Africans came out, not only South Africans, but people who had seen the film, and the fact that the film won the Oscar that year. So we had a great turnout.